We're live.
Hey, good morning, everybody. This is Bob from Hiker Trailer. I'm here with Jordan, and today we're doing our YouTube live stream here from our location in Columbus, Indiana. So I know there's a lot of questions that are stacking up that we'll address today, but I first thought I'd give you a little bit of a review of 2021 and Hiker Trailer. So as you may know, we purchased the Hiker Trailer Indiana division about a year and a half ago. At that time, Hiker Trailer Indiana was producing about 6 trailers a month. At the beginning of this year, 2021, we started producing about 10 trailers a month with a lead time of 10 months. We've worked very hard working on our supply chain, working on the people, working on the implementation of our production standards, our processes, our ISO quality standards to make sure everything was of consistent quality, on time, 100% repeatable. I'm proud to announce that we currently are up to about 45 units produced per month. Our lead time is down to 5 months, and we're heading very quickly to hopefully a 90-day lead time by the middle of spring. So, been a lot of work, a lot of effort. Now, to accomplish this, we've moved 3 times in the last 12 months. We moved into a 25,000 square foot facility at our location in Columbus, Indiana. We then had to expand into about a 35,000 foot facility, and now we're expanding into 55,000 square feet. So as you'll see here shortly, our expanded location allows us to produce trailers in a timely manner, to stage them indoors for our customers to pick up, to have a showroom for them to see them, for us to host not only remote video reviews in the showroom, but physical reviews in the showroom. So a lot of advancements. The other thing I want to talk to before we move on, as some of you have been aware, not all of our trailers have been delivered on time. We think we've done a great job minimizing that, but as anyone in almost any industry knows, the supply chain has been a mess. We started at the beginning of this year with an approach that if we can't get it, we need to find out another solution. So we have 2 sister companies here in Columbus. One is a metal stamping and fabrication company. The other is a precision machining company. So over the course of the last year, anything that we couldn't get, we made. So as a result, over this past year, we make our own fenders. We make our roof rack supports. We make our propane mounts. So we continue to not only make everything that we can to control the standards, but also to control the supply, to leverage ourselves, to keep our prices down. So a combination of that with being smart on the supply chain management. When things got tight, we tried to order enough to get through. We tried to find alternative suppliers. So enough said about that. We've done a pretty good job. Our lead time is down to 5 months. It's going to be shorter. We're cranking out at the rate of mid-40s per month. We appreciate everybody's opportunities to provide you a trailer. So I think we want to jump in now. There's been some questions we've already have stacked up on the models. So I think, Jordan, I'm going to ask you to give us a preview of our models, a quick look-see of the trailers we have completed here, and then we're going to jump back in and talk about some of the other questions you have specific. So are we ready for that, or are there any specific questions we should address at the moment?
So I think it seems like the biggest question right now is wanting to see a mid-range 510 with the fridge box on it. So we do have some trailers lined up. I have multiple trailers here that are ready to go out for pickup that we can show off. So I'm gonna take a little walk. We've got somebody else that's gonna follow me. around the factory. So I will see you guys in a moment.
Okay.
All right, guys, so I'm back. All right, we're gonna walk around. I'll get to that 5x10 mid-range with the fridge box. We did line some models up here. I have one of each of our models. So starting out, the big guy, this is our highest end model. You got the 5x9 Extreme Off-Road. So for those of you that may be new, that don't really know our models yet, basically the Extreme Off-Road, this is basically our purpose-built model. This one is going to be able to pretty much go anywhere your tow vehicle can go. The suspension on this, it's really meant for those hard hits if you're looking to go over a lot of rocks, if you're going in those very, very rugged places. It's not the highest ground clearance that we offer, but with the shocks that it has on it, this is the one that's meant to be beat up and go anywhere with you. This does have some advantages to it that the other models won't. For those of you that have the Extreme Off-Road, you'll know that on this model, the storage space is kind of almost unlimited. Probably gonna have more storage space than you could use, but this one does have that fridge box that we asked about that we're gonna see later on a 5x10 mid-range. So inside here is completely open. Most people are gonna get a fridge slide put in here with one of the Dometic refrigerators, one of the powered ones that you can run on 12 volts. That way you got some cold food with you, some cold drinks. Also, with the Extreme Off-Road, you get the standard medium toolbox up here, which is typically where people are gonna house their batteries. So that way it's not in the galley area in the back. Kind of frees up your space back there. So this is the only model that has the option to get both of these storage options on it. Walking inside to it, just to go in more detail with the storage, we have this underfloor cargo pan here. Opens up, goes all the way through to both sides. The video may not do it justice, but this thing, the number one thing I hear during pickups is customers don't expect this thing to be as deep as it is when they see it. So lots of storage. Going along with it, 17-inch tires. So this guy sits up very, very high. Does come with two different lug patterns, 5-on-5 lug pattern or a 6-on-5.5. I know that's a big deal for some of you that want to try to match it to the lug pattern on your vehicles. That is the only two lug patterns we offer, but it works for some people. Also has the nice rugged textured fenders now. These can be stood on. This whole frame is built to be stood on, built to be used. Going towards the back a little bit, this trailer is still a work in progress. It's still in the finishing stages, so it will be done shortly, but it does have a small slide out tray. This tray will get mounted underneath. You'll see one of the bigger ones here shortly, but a good option that you'll see, vertical drawers, pretty popular. I see vertical drawers with this small slide out quite a bit. So again, storage options. These vertical drawers are gonna allow you to, store utensils, cooking supplies, anything small you may want to. This customer here does have their battery in the back. They did decide to leave it back here, so they'll have their toolbox and their fridge box open for anything they see fit. The other perk to the Extreme Off-Road model is going to be this rear tire swing. So this is the only model that you can get your rear tire mounted back here. I have multiple around here that have the tire and stuff, but pretty easy to use. On our other models, they either go on the front of the tongue or underneath. So this one's pretty easy to get on and off. I think for this model, that's pretty much the basics. Just to kind of show you the difference of what this one does versus our next model, which is going to be our newest one that we've brought into the hiker family. This is going to be the mid-range XL off-road. So this model is actually going to be the one that offers you the most ground clearance. So if you're looking to go places that you need that clearance, this is it.
This sits on a 3,500-pound torsion axle. So your extreme off-road sits with a straight axle on it with leaf springs. The torsion axle here is raised up. It's almost an axle-less suspension, but huge ground clearance advantage. And it's still a pretty smooth ride when you're going onto those off-road, paths. Extreme off-road gives you just a little bit more. We are working on making these fenders able to be load-bearing. As of right now, they're not, but new models, new features and stuff coming. We'll talk about that later. The big thing with this model, aside from the ground clearance, is going to be the highway and the mid-range deluxe. You're not able to get water tanks on them. This one, you can get it on a 9-foot or 10-foot. You can get a whole hot water setup. So that way, when you're out and about on the off-roads, you can take a shower, have hot water instantly. If you just want some fresh water, you can get a 21-gallon tank mounted underneath. And again, another fridge box. So this model does have the advantage of that. Our highway model is one that can't have the fridge box, but again, you'll see the extreme off-road again is the only one that can get that added toolbox onto the front. This model here also does have a solar panel on it. I know that's huge for a lot of our customers. They love seeing the solar option. We will get more in detail of what solar does for you and all the different battery options and what they're meant for and how they're going to last for you. So this is our other model, the other mid-range. So this one is called a mid-range deluxe. This is by far our most popular model. This guy here in a 9-foot trailer, this is your #1 seller. This is what a lot of people get because it gives you that capability to still do some moderate off-roading.
Question about the mid-range as well.
All right, looks like I had another question come in. So we'll answer that in just a second. The mid-range does not have, I guess I forgot to mention, the XL has a built-in 2-inch lift kit on the frame itself, which is why it sits up so high. The mid-range deluxe does not have that lift kit. Sits on a slightly smaller tire with the 15-inch rim versus the 16 on the XL. So a little less ground clearance, but still gives you some nice moderate off-roading. This here does have our extra large toolbox. So we have a few different storage options on the front. Fridge box and extra large toolbox are going to be the ones that offer you the most. And as you can see with this customer setup, they do have the battery, they have an inverter, they have electric brakes. All of this is stored up in their toolbox. Still a bunch of storage space inside there. But now they have their entire galley free to store whatever they like back there. I mean, with all this storage in here, you could still store camping chairs or whatever you might want to up in here. This does have one of our doors with the windows in it. Popular option if you're somebody that likes to have a lot of light. You like to see those, sunrises, sunsets from your camper. Having windows in your doors plus the ones out on the side, it's a great option. Do want to give a shout out, 23-0, 270 awning on top. Great partner with us. Definitely one of our, I'd say our most popular awning. Full coverage over your passenger side of your trailer along with the galley area. Keep you out of the sun, help with some of that light rain that might come through on you. Walking to the back, you're going to see some of the different galley options as we go. And that's one thing that as we're going through this in the chat, if you want to see some things, even while I'm sitting over there, we can have our customer service person, Danielle, that's walking around with us. She'll walk around and show you some of the different options because that's a huge question. I know a lot of people want to see the different galley options. This one does have a 24-inch deep galley. It's standard 17, so they've extended their galley. Gives you, again, more storage space. You do lose some of that cabin space, but this will still easily fit a queen-size bed for you. So no worries there. You will still sleep comfortably. Let's see what this question was before we move on to the highway. The coupler height of a mid-range. So with this guy leveled out, you're going to be looking about 16 inches when it's level. Now, with that, we do say that, you do have 3 to 4 inches of wiggle room, especially if you have one of the articulating hitches, like a max coupler or a lock and roll. And we can talk more about those as well. But 16 inches, that's what you're looking for. Total height of this trailer with this awning on it, right now, it's with the awning, with the roof rack bars and everything, it's sitting about 81 inches off of the ground. So most people, their garage clearance, typically 80, maybe 82. So for most garages, you can probably still fit this in. If your garage is a little shorter, this awning is not super hard to take on and off if you need to. So if ground clearance or if height is an issue for you, you have some ways to mitigate that, take it down a little bit. All right, I think that is the questions we had for now. So we'll move on to our last model, our entry-level model. So with this model, this is our Highway Deluxe. So again, entry level, this is the one for those of you that do a lot of campsite camping, but you just want to get out of that tent. You know, you want somewhere that's a lot warmer, dry, a lot easier to get up and down out of. So with this model, again, it's recommended for normally campsites. This can do some light off-roading, such as, you know, some dirt paths, gravel roads, things like that, but nothing like what the mid-range and higher can do for you. This model, this setup right here, pretty basic, no toolbox on the front. They can add, you know, you can add whatever you want here. So I'm assuming that this customer probably has some of their own ideas, which is a great thing with our trailers. They're easy for you folks to customize once you have them at home. I know some of you are very handy, so you like to do a lot of your own stuff, which is what's great about us. You know, we offer that flexibility. We start very basic and customers can get everything they want, or they can just get the entry level and you can do whatever you want, because some of our customers already have a lot of their own gear. So I think that's one thing that really sets us apart from the other competition. This model, it just has a straight awning on it from Rhino Rack. This is one of the Sunseeker models, so this one's just going to come straight out, give you some coverage to center, get you out of the sunlight. Does have some different lighting options inside. One of the newer features that we have are the reading lights. We have some setups that can show you all the different lighting. If you have questions about it, you know, we can show you those. Again, show you different cabin options, stuff like that. This model right now, again, just so I can show you another galley option, this is a pretty standard setup. 17-inch deep, open through to the cabin wall at the bottom, open up top to where you just have some cubby holes, so that way you can reach in and out. You know, you want to put some snacks up here on the top shelf. That way in the middle of the night, if you get snacky like I do, you just reach up there and grab you something. They have put their battery back here in the back since they don't have a toolbox. They do have their inverter as well. I know that's big for a lot of people, especially if you have a CPAP. So I think for the most part, that kind of wraps up the basic differences in the models. If you guys have other questions, more technical questions, just throw them in the chat. Bob and I will answer them to the best of our ability. We should have all the answers for you. So I'm gonna head back over, meet up with Bob. So I'll see you guys in a minute.
Okay, thanks George for taking the time to show everybody the different models, and for those of you who saw it and have questions, keep the questions coming. We'll try to address those. So a couple questions that have already popped up. One is the hitch height. So I have my little cheat sheet here. I'm going to go over that with you. So by model, the hitch height. On the Highway Deluxe, it's 15 inches, and that is from the ground to the top of the hitch or the center line of the hitch in a horizontal position. On the mid-range, it's 16 inches. On the mid-range XL, it's 24 inches, and the extreme off-road, it's 27 inches. Now, we recommend that the hitch on your vehicle should be within 2 to 4 inches of the hitch height. The trailer rides best when it's horizontal, but everyone likes to see that cool hiker trailer going down the road looking perfectly parallel. Good news, depending on your vehicle, we can outfit with you or tell you what you need to buy as far as a riser or whatever to adjust the hitch height. So that's the hitch heights. Again, if you have any questions on that, you can talk to our customer service team. And I want to take a minute because I appreciate all the comments I'm getting on the Indy customer service team. And, you know, I must say over the last year, we've built a fantastic team. So to mention all of them, first of all, we have Robbie, who oversees the customer service team. The most senior person after Robbie is Jordan, and Jordan's been here almost a year. And in addition to Jordan, we have brought on Casey, Danielle, Jimmy, and Natasha. So I believe we have an excellent customer service team. You'll be talking to one of them through the start of your process when you get your quote, all the way through your virtual pickup and the pickup. So I appreciate the good comments. I know we have a good crew. They love talking to you and appreciate all the interaction and all the thanks that you give them. Next question we had was someone asked, can they plug in a 250 watt heater into their inverter to heat their trailer? If you are equipped with our 600 watt inverter, you can. What you need to pay attention to, two things. One, a 250 watt heater may have a peak draw when it turns on initially above the 600 watts. Usually, rule of thumb on appliances like that, it's no more than 100%. So a 250 watt heater should have a 500 watt peak draw. You should be okay. Try it. You also then have to get into battery management, how long you can run it, and that's probably a subject for another day. I know Matt DeWitt is on today, and Matt and I have talked, and at some time in the near future, we're going to have a whole video dedicated to power management on your hiker trailer. Hopefully we're going to get to that in the next couple of months, but that will be a segment that will talk about your battery selection, your battery management, replenishing it, solar power, alternative power centers, shore power, and I think it'll be great information for everybody, so that as you make your choice on your power management system for your trailer, we'll give you the benefit of all the information that we know. Moving on again, the next question, lead time. Our lead time today in Indy is 5 months. I will tell you, and most people will tell you, we are delivering trailers early. So as we've ramped up our production, as you can imagine, we make certain achievements. There have been times when we finish people's trailers early. I appreciate everybody who has taken their trailer early. I'm sure you like that, and we do too. We do have an option if we finish it early and you can't take it. We give you 30 days to come and get it. If not, we do have some inside storage options for you as well, and we've had a few people that have taken advantage of that. So we're quoting you 5 months if you order your trailer now. I will say you may get it early. I haven't seen too many people disappointed with that. So we appreciate all of your flexibility in there as we ramp up our production, improve our efficiency, that you work with us on your delivery and acceptance of your trailer. Moving into the next question, rental trailers. I will say we have worked with Matt and Wendy DeWitt, and Matt is in the process of setting up a rental program for hiker trailers in Michigan. We will be providing a link on our website in the very near future where you can reach out to Matt and Wendy and reserve your rental in Michigan. We also have made the decision this year that we are going to build a rental fleet for this summer as well. So you will be able to rent a hiker trailer here in the Columbus location or in the Michigan location with Matt. With that, I think a couple more questions, Jordan, you have. Go ahead.
So I know some of you want to see some different colors that we offer. So I have Danielle set up. I have some colors here in house, some colors that are unusual to do. I'll show you all the basic colors that we offer, and I believe I have a red and a green one that are custom options to show you. So
Before we cut to that, can I add, I am not opposed to looking at other colors. A couple of the colors, Jordan, this year that we launched, I think 6-8 months ago, I said, I like them. Let's get that color in here. Let's build them. And a couple of them were successful. I think in the near future, we're going to be able to provide you a color palette of the colors we can get. Now, if it's a custom color just for you, there is an upcharge for that. But we hope we can add a few more standard colors along the way, Jordan, because as we see, a lot of people like to match it to their vehicle, color preferences, and I think, I look forward to offering even more this year. So why don't we show them what we have right now on the showroom?
All right, guys, I am going to head out there. I know I had another question come through about some features, so I will answer that once I get out there. So see you in a moment.
Am I still live? Okay, as he's doing that, when he's done with that, I want to talk to you a little bit about a project we've been working on. You may have seen some videos, so we'll come to that as soon as Jordan walks you through our color scheme.
All right, guys, I think we're here with me now. So, a couple colors. These two colors, I know that actually Matt and Wendy came out to see me when I was at the state fair in August this year here in Indiana, and we had these colors and showed them off, and you guys loved them. So, have the green one here. This is like a forest green. We've done this now since that video with Matt and Wendy. So, been a popular color. I like it. I think it's a nice addition to your time off-road. It's going to look great when you're on those, off-road beaten paths. Makes for great photos when you're out there, which those of you that are here, that are hiker owners, please take photos, send them to us. We love seeing our hikers out in the wild. And then for those of you that become owners in the future, because I know that I am seeing a lot of people saying that they're going to be coming to pick theirs up soon, cannot wait to see you guys and get a photo of you with your new hiker. Moving over, we have the red one. I am a red guy, so I love this trailer. This burgundy red color, beautiful trailer. Again, as Bob was saying, not only the red, the green. Since my time here, which again is close to a year now, I've seen a blue. The blue is amazing. I've seen an orange, again, beautiful. So I hope to see some more exotic colors in the future because they just stand out. They put your hiker, set it apart from any others. So hopefully we can offer you more in the near future. I'm gonna walk around just to show you some of the standard colors as well that we have available. Turn these lights off. I don't want them to throw off our video here. So this guy, this is a pewter. So it's a little shinier than a silver. So we have silver, pewter, charcoal, slate, and white. Those are our standard colors. Black is a very popular color. There is a little bit of a price increase for that one, not as much as a custom color. We can discuss prices. I know Robbie said that he'll get some prices out to those of you that had questions about it. So as Danielle and I kind of walk through, just show you some colors. Again, I know I had a question about features that you may be able to add on after you pick up your hiker. So with that, here's a black trailer, black aluminum. Black on black looks great, especially a black diamond plate. Features that you can add on afterwards, again, these things are very, very customizable once you leave here. I know Matt and Wendy do a lot to their trailers after they pick them up. There are some things that are a little bit more difficult to add afterwards. Anything to do with the underneath. You know, if you're somebody that does get a model that can handle a water tank underneath, you know, like the XL, the off-road, stuff like that, those are a little harder because we have to put those on before the box actually goes on the frame. Same thing with like an undermount tire. If you do not get the undermount itself, that's got to be welded on. A little difficult. So, but other stuff, you know, messing with the cabinetry options, adding a battery, sometimes adding the lights on the side can be done. We do try to pre-wire. You know I showed off a trailer, the highway over there earlier. It didn't have a powered fan. It just had the manual vent, which is standard. We do pre-wire to where if that customer would like to upgrade to the max fan, which is our most popular fan, all we'd have to do is take that manual vent out. The power cables are already there, so we just have to hook it up for you. We do try to think about those customers that, you know, maybe want to start out basic, take it out a few times and see what they need after they've been out on the road. This color here, this is our slate trailer. I really like the slate. I don't know how easy it is for you guys to see here, but this trailer, a little bit lighter than the charcoal, but it has a little bit of a blue tint to it. Slate, I'd say, is probably my favorite out of the basic colors that we offer. Obviously, the exotic colors, it's a toss-up between that blue and that red, because that blue is pretty. I wish I had one to show you guys, but I don't. Here is a basic, just white trailer. I know our XL that we've seen earlier was white with some black diamond plate on it. Here is a highway, no diamond plate, just white, clean. I like it. Again, I know Bob said that a lot of you would like to be able to, you know, match these as close as you can to your vehicle or get a color that really complements your vehicle. So we try to offer those options. And then finally, we do have a charcoal trailer here. By far the most popular color. People like it. It's not as dark as your black trailer. So gives you that nice look. Really can almost match any vehicle that you may have to go along with it. So those are the colors that I have in house to be able to show you guys. You know, as we get them in, you know, if I get those exotic colors in, we'll do our best to take some photos of them. We're trying to post stuff on Twitter and Instagram more. We hope to make more YouTube content as well. So just keep an eye out for that. I'm gonna head back over with Bob. So see you guys in a moment.
Okay, thanks, Jordan, for answering those questions and giving the folks a little more information. So a couple more questions I would like to address. One, my trailer has a 7-pin connector. I have a 4-pin connector on my vehicle. Do we sell an adapter? We do sell an adapter, but more importantly, talk to us and our customer service people about that. Depending on the options on your trailer, whether you have brakes or such, it depends on the type of connector we may use. We also want to set your trailer up so that in the future, if you change your tow vehicle, you basically can just plug and go. So happy to discuss that with our customer service folks to get you the appropriate guidance and to have whatever connector you may need when you arrive. Most of the times we can tell you in advance and you can buy the connector yourself and be good to go when you get here. Another question, I have a 270 awning, 2-bar roof rack. Can I add a rooftop tent? We always recommend you have 3 bars for a rooftop tent. Some of the tents get heavy. The people that get in there with the loading, we recommend a 3-bar roof rack system. Good news, we can add the 3rd bar for you at any time. We also put backing plates inside of all of our roof rack bars now. So there's no problem putting a tent on it with an awning. If you only have a 2-bar system, we can help you out with that, no problem at all. Another question that came in was regarding, we have a lot of options and accessories. It's sometimes very difficult to decide what you want. we have developed a standard accessory package for a trailer. So we hope to be putting that on our website soon. But you can call the customer service folks in here in Indiana and say, hey, what do you recommend? They can send you a nicely equipped trailer package. They've pre-selected all the options that go on it. We provided a special incentive on the price. So our goal in the future is not only can you go through and customize your trailer by selecting every individual accessory, but you can start with that package selected by us to make it a well-equipped trailer out of the chute for those people who are looking for recommendations on what to buy and put on their trailer. Next, I'd like to move into a project that we did earlier this year. So we made a connection with Motor Trend Network and the show Four Wheeler. So Four Wheeler is a show on Motor Trend hosted by Ian Johnson. And this year he did a project. He built an all aluminum Land Rover Defender. Pretty cool project. The final episode of that season was Ian Johnson taking that Land Rover out on some trails on the Kentucky Adventure Trail. We had the opportunity, and we went with him with a couple hiker trailers. So the show aired for the first time last Saturday. It's a half-hour show. It airs next month and for the next 5 months. We will be putting information on when that airs on Motor Trend so that you can see it. It was a great show. We got to take an extreme off-road as well as a mid-range XL. Went through some pretty rugged territory. Ian had his Land Rover Pretender. I had my stock F-150 with an off-road package, and we put the trailers through the test. We now can show you that those trailers do some pretty rugged things. They will go anywhere your vehicle went. So we have a short, condensed clip of that showing some of the hiker video. We're going to show that here shortly, but I highly recommend, if you can, get a look at that show. It was a cool show. Ian was a great guy. You'll also see that Ian actually slept in a hiker trailer. It was very rainy, and he had some good things to say about that. So it's a really cool show to watch. You'll see hiker trailers all over the place. We were joined with 23-0, Justin from 23-0, so you're going to see a lot of their cool products. You'll also see Robbie doing a talk about the battery management system that we use from the Jackery folks. And you'll also see Neil from Yukon. So great show. But with that, Robbie, why don't you play the short clip, and then we'll come back to some more questions. Okay, I hope you guys liked that little abbreviated show. And again, I highly encourage you, if you can, visit the Motor Trend Network. You could stream their show now if you wanted, depending on the subscription service you have, but try to get a look at the show. It was a bunch of fun. We enjoyed it, and we look forward to maybe doing something again with them in the future. Back to a few more questions. One of the questions regards, hey, I've heard you're putting elevator bolts onto the fenders so that they can be stand-on. Yes, we are. We have determined and tested the hardware we need to do that. We're implementing that on our new builds. Good news for those of you who have your trailer without the elevator bolts, it's an easy fix. You basically take a couple screws out, replace them with a couple elevator bolts. If you want that option, call our customer service team. We'll get together the little hardware kit and be able to send that out to you. It's a pretty simple do-it-yourself project. So that'll be coming in the very near future. Another question, can we put solar power on aftermarket? So Jordan, I'll let you answer that one.
Yeah, so honestly, if you are looking to do a portable panel, easy. If you get any of our battery packages, they come with a SAE plug, which is pretty standard for most portable panels. So that's easy for those of you who have battery package. If you're looking to add a permanent panel, not super difficult if you know what you're doing. We can do it for you as well. Typically, when our team installs those, we do them after your roof and everything is on anyhow. Just some pretty easy holes to cut, running some wire from underneath. So, yes, it can be done. You can come here to have it done if you're not comfortable doing it. Otherwise, kind of like Bob said with the elevator bolts, if you want to do it, you can buy the equipment from us. We can send you the hardware that we use. As long as you have the tools necessary at home, you're good to go. You can do it yourself. So,
Good. Thank you, Jordan. A couple more items, and then we're going to try to bring this thing to a conclusion here. There was a question about financing. Yes, we offer financing. We launched the financing program a few months ago with Rock Solid. I interviewed several financing companies, and I found Rock Solid to provide the most competitive rates and also the most flexible people coming to work with people's unique situations. We've had probably a dozen customers take advantage of that. So again, if you're interested in financing your hiker trailer, we can do that through Rock Solid. Also, there was a question about delivery. Kind of a similar thing. Several months ago, here in Indiana, we found a firm after talking to several that we felt provided a cost-effective solution to delivering your trailers. So we can deliver trailers right to your doorstep. And doing a virtual walkthrough on the pickup of your trailer, it gets loaded. The first time you see your trailer is when it's delivered to your house. And we have had people as far away as the state of Washington deliver a trailer here from Indiana. So again, talk to your customer service people about that as well. Any other questions that have popped up, Jordan, that we should address before we kind of walk into our last couple of items?
Just a couple that I've seen pop up. The brand of the rear jacks that we use, I believe.
Of the stabilizer jacks?
Yeah. Let me look real quick.
Okay. All right. And while Jordan's looking at that, I will say, I have noticed there are a few technical questions on here that would take a little bit of time to address. So what we will do, we will put together information and responses to all of these and post those here in the very near future. That way we can take the time to formulate the response that's worthy of your questions. So if you need an answer sooner than that, call our customer service team, but we will follow up with answers to every one of these questions with those details of the information you want. We just weren't prepared today to have that or to rattle that off the top of our head.
Yeah, so our rear stabilizer jacks that we use, we source those through one of our partner vendors, TexTrail. We don't have a specific brand that we can use all the time. Again, as Bob mentioned earlier, supply chain is still a little bit out of whack. We try to get what we can. We have a lot of demand. Again, Bob mentioned earlier, we're only building more and more, getting better at it, and building them faster. So we do what we can. We can try to provide a link with what we're able to get now. Have you reach out to TexTrail yourself, or we can reach out for you. Again, that is something you can purchase through us easily enough that we can send to you.
Right. And Jordan, the other thing, we're constantly looking for improvements on the products. Stabilizer jacks, we probably have a couple new things coming this year. Front stabilizers with wheels on it, so you can move it around very easily in your garage. So we're always looking to improve products. Heck, we may make our own someday. So we're always looking for ways to improve the trailers, make it more efficient based on feedback from you, the customers. So moving into a couple last things. For our existing customers, we are going to be launching a referral program. We realize word of mouth has made Hiker Trailer what it is. We do very little, if any, national advertising yet. So we will be launching a referral program, which will provide a small cash incentive for those of you owners who refer other people to us. So Look forward to those deals coming out, those details coming out soon, and helping to reward you for your brand loyalty and recommending your hiker trailer to other new customers. For people who are not yet hiker owners that may be listening, we have a year-end special that we've announced. Our prices, despite all the increases this year with vendor and third-party parts, we have not increased our pricing this year at all since January of last year. We have announced and will be making a modest increase to our models effective January 1st. It's an unnecessary thing we have to do to continue to provide the trailers and the quality we want. So we are offering a financial incentive for people to put their contracts in place now before the end of the year. And that equates to about a $500 savings. And you order it now and you get the current price and avoid the price increase. So pretty good price for those of you who are on the fence that know you want to order. Call, talk to our customer service team, work with us, get your order in place. And if you need to finance it, we can do that. If you need it delivered, we can do it. If you need us to store it, we can do it. So that's the incentive for people who are interested in that. And I think last thing that we have on the list, we've had a lot of questions about our mugs and our merch. So we now are in a situation where we have built some inventory on our merch. We sell it here out of our Indiana location. You can order it online. So I think Robbie and the team have put together a video regarding the merchandise. So let's let that fly and then take a look at that. And if you order it, great. Be patient. As the demand grows, we may have little lead times replenishing it, but we will do our best to make sure everybody has some hiker merch. And hopefully you pick it up when you pick up your trailer. And for those of you who already have your trailers, we hope you'll grace us. Tell us what you want and we'll get it to you. So, Robbie, let's let that video fly. Okay, I hope everyone got a glimpse of that. Again, hope you're going to order it. Let us know. We're going to come out with some new items. And again, we have some stock of all those items in-house now. First come, first serve. Once we run out, we will get more and try to stay ahead of it. With that, I want to thank everybody for joining today. Give us your feedback. Is this something we should do more of? Hopefully, if we do, we can do this on a regular basis, tee up some specific technical subject matter and do this. So with that, thank you everybody today. Thank you, Jordan, for today.
Of course. Thank
Robbie
you
for
guys.
putting it together. Everybody for joining. Thank you. We hope to see you soon or talk to you or join you on one of these events in the near future. Thank you and have a great holiday season, everybody.
Thanks, guys.